Good morning and welcome to today's practice. My name is Hannah Ray, and today I have for you a yin yoga class that's going to be targeting the full body. So for this practice, we'll be holding our poses for an extended period of time in order to go into those deepest layers of fascia and connective tissue and release stored emotional energy that we can hold on to when we don't process emotions or have heightened stress, trauma, etc. So we won't need any props for this class today unless there's something you feel like you may need extra support for. If you know yourself and know that sometimes you require props for modifications, go ahead and grab those now, and let's get started with today's practice. All right, let's begin today by targeting the upper body first. So we're going to begin on our hands and knees, make sure those hips are aligned above the knees here. And then we're going to just begin walking those hands forward, allowing that forehead to come towards the mat. So this is where, if you need some modifications, you can always place a block or a pillow, something under your forehead, or perhaps even under the chest, like a bolster, for a little extra support. Now, if you want to go a little deeper, you can allow that chin to come to the chest, or to the mat, instead of the forehead. Take a peek back, make sure those hips are still aligned up above the knees here. Make sure we aren't falling forward or too far back. Begin to bring that awareness to the breath now, beginning to find our center for the first time today. Inhaling into the belly as you feel it expand. Letting out a deep sigh as you surrender a little deeper into this first pose, releasing any tension you find yourself holding through the shoulders, even through the back, the legs, or feet. Just taking note of whatever condition you find yourself in today, without judgment. Noticing the state of your mind and emotions. Noticing anywhere holding on to tension or stiffness this morning. Inhaling deeply. And with each exhale, just releasing whatever you don't need in this moment. Setting aside any worries, to-dos, anything that can wait till later. Disciplining that mind to be fully here. We've got just over 1 more minute here, so I'm going to give you some silence to just begin to tune in to yourself a little deeper this morning. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, gently begin to walk those hands back up. Here we're going to go into another variation for just a shorter period of time. So let's inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, begin to thread it under the chest, reaching that left arm forward. Now here you have some options. You can either stay on this arm like this to get a little deeper into the shoulder, or if you want to go more into the spine, you can begin to twist looking under that left arm. So just take whichever variation feels best for your body today, whichever your body seems to be asking for. Then come back to that stillness. We're just going to hold this for a minute on each side. Inhale deeply. And exhale, let it go. Inhaling relaxation. Exhale, softening anywhere you can soften. Staying connected with your own breath here. Staying fully present in your body. One more inhale. As you exhale, begin to bring yourself out of this threaded needle now. We're just going to take it to the other side. So inhale, reach that left arm up. As you exhale, thread that arm under the chest. And once again, you can stay either more on that arm to get into the shoulder, or go ahead and take it a little bit deeper, twisting, looking under that right arm, if you want to go more into the spine here. Settle into your pose, to your position. Then come back to the breath. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead and untwist. We're just gonna find our way onto our stomach for just a moment, taking a short rebound here. Take a moment to feel the echo of those first poses, noticing any shifts that have begun to occur in the body, perhaps a deeper calm beginning to enter the mind. Inhale, relaxation. Exhale, surrender. Good. From here, let's just cactus our left arm out to the side, so the elbow straight out from the shoulder here. 90 degree at the upper arm and forearm. Then use the other hand, tent the fingers up to the side of the mat. Begin to press your way onto that left shoulder here. So you can leave your head on the mat. Now that right foot can either be planted in front of you or behind the body to go a little bit deeper, or you can also just keep it straight if that feels best for you today. And you're welcome to keep this right hand planted on the mat, or you can also bring it behind the back here to go a little deeper into that right shoulder as well. Go ahead and find the position that feels best for you, and then find your stillness here. Inhaling deeply. Exhale, letting go. So we're trying to target the chest and pec area of this left arm. So feel free to take some adjustments if you need to, moving that arm up or down, and just playing around with the pose before you're settling in here. Make sure you're feeling a deep and effective stretch. And with this yin practice, it's always okay if your pose doesn't look exactly like mine. This practice is more about functional alignment than aesthetic alignment. So it's about finding the positions that work for your body, that target those areas that are needing that release. Inhale deeply. Exhale, letting go. We've got just a little bit longer here. Each time you notice the mind wander, just gently usher it back to the breath, coming back to this moment. Almost there. Inhale. And exhale. Letting all the air leave the lungs. Noticing how the use of this breath can help take the sensation a little deeper with the inhale. Help us relax a little deeper with the exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, begin to gently untwist the body here. And we're simply going to take it to the other side now. So cactusing that right arm out to the side, that elbow straight out from the shoulder. Once more, begin to press up with those left hands. And again, you can keep that right foot in front of the body, behind, or even straight if that feels best for you. With those fingertips remaining planted or behind that lower back to go a little deeper into the left shoulder as well. Again, find your variation, take any micro adjustments you need, and settle in, coming back to the breath. Just observing what's happening in the body, any differences between the two sides. Inhale. And exhale. If you notice that the mind seems overactive, or that you feel restless in these poses, that is just simply a sign that this practice is maybe exactly what you need right now. Practice in learning to be still, learning to sit with yourself, being your own observer of your thoughts and emotions. So every thought, every emotion has something to tell us. Just does not perhaps always come out in the most productive way. Sometimes our emotions can seem difficult to manage, to handle. But at the end of the day, they are all trying to teach us something, to tell us something, to express a need. And it's up to us to listen, to choose how we want to respond rather than reacting out of habit. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, gently bring that chest back down. Just take a moment here if you need. Feel the echo of the pose, any changes that begin to occur throughout the body or throughout the mind. You can take an even longer rebound if you want to pause the video and stay here a bit longer. But if you're ready to move on, we're going to go into our next pose now. Beginning back in our tabletop, make sure that those hips are above the knees. Let's go ahead and step the right foot through to the front of the mat. So we're going to do a series of some lunge variations here. First, we're going to start with 90 degrees in that front knee and back knee. So you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, tuck those hips under, pressing them forward as the chin comes toward the chest here. And so that tucking of the hips is a really important part of this. We're targeting our psoas, which runs from this inner thigh around through the hip flexor groin area and attaches in our back. So take any little micro adjustments here, moving the hips a bit side to side. And settle in, finding that stillness. Notice how the further you bring your chin down, the deeper that sensation should get. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, we're going to begin to walk that front foot a little bit further, allowing those hips to sink forward. So we don't want this bend in the back here. We want to make sure those hips stay tucked under. Then from here, heel toe that front foot to the outer edge of the mat. Allow that knee to fall away as we roll the foot to the pinky toe edge. So take some little adjustments again, maybe rocking side to side, just feeling out this pose. Now, if this is difficult on the back knee, if it feels painful at all, feel free to place a blanket or a pillow under that knee. And perhaps you're just going to stay up on the hands today, but if you want to go a little deeper, go ahead and bring yourself down to the elbows if that's within your practice. And we're going to be here for another minute. So come back to that breath, breathing through the discomfort. Inhale, drawing that fresh oxygen into the hip. Exhale, imagine any tension melting out of the body. Letting go of that resistance. Surrendering to the experience of this present moment. Inhale deeply. Exhale, softening. Feeling the body sink a little heavier towards the mat. Good, go ahead and bring yourself back up to the hands when you're ready. Here we're just going to place our right hand on that right knee and take a gentle twist, looking over that right shoulder. Just going to be here for another minute. Come back to the breath again. Stay present. Soften anywhere you can soften. All right, when you're ready, bring that right hand back down to the mat. We're going to heel toe the right foot now toward the left side of the mat, finding our way into our sleeping swan pose. So the full version is to have that shin parallel to the front of the mat, but most people, myself included, normally need to allow that heel to slide back a little bit, closer toward the hip. Let's inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, coming down to the elbows, or perhaps all the way down to the chest if that's within your practice today. Now it's okay if you're tipped a little bit to this one side, but if you feel like you're really far over onto your right hip, then feel free to place a pillow or a blanket under that hip for a little extra support. And we're just going to hold this for another minute since this is a continuation of getting into that deep hip stretch here. Inhale deeply. Exhale, releasing anything that's coming up for you right now. Just noticing if any strong emotions are coming up with this stretch. So we often hold difficult emotions in our hips in that psoas, pelvic floor region. So don't be surprised if that happens for you. That means that this practice is working and is helping move things out of your body that you've been holding on to. Very good. All right, go ahead and bring yourself out of this pose in your own time, slowly making your way back into our tabletop. You can either hang out here for a moment, or if you would like, press yourself back into a down dog. Just enjoy a gentle stretch here of the back of the legs. You rock side to side. Good, and let's lower back down to tabletop, stepping the left foot through to the front of the mat now. Once more, we're going to start with that 90 degree in the front and the back leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, interlace those hands on top of the knees. We tuck the hips under, pressing them forward, and bring the chin to the chest. Take those little micro adjustments that you might need, and then find your stillness. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Take note if this side, this hip or hip flexor area feels any different on this side compared to the first side. Being aware of any imbalances within your body. We all have imbalances, but the more that we bring our awareness to them, the more we can begin to work on them. Or maybe notice different habits or movements that contribute to the imbalances. All right, when you're ready, go ahead and release those hands. Let's walk that front foot a little further forward. Heel toe it toward the left edge of the mat, and again, allow that knee to fall away, rolling up to that pinky toe edge of the foot here. Take some little rocks side to side. Just feeling your way into the pose. And if you'd like, you can come on down to the elbows. You can also rest your elbows onto a block or a bolster if coming all the way down is a bit too far, but staying on the hands doesn't maybe feel like quite enough. Each exhale, soften a little deeper through that hip. Imagining the body getting heavier, dropping towards the mat. Good, and when you're ready, come back up to the hands. Let's place the left hand on that left knee and go into that gentle twist now, looking over that left shoulder. Again, just observe any difference between these two sides. Noticing where the tension is being held in your body, and invite that breath there as we inhale. Exhale, releasing all that's not serving you in this moment. One more inhale. As you exhale, gently untwist. Going to walk that foot toward the other edge of the mat now, finding our way into that sleeping swan pose once again. To walk that back foot a little further away. Allow that front heel to come closer toward the hip if you need. And then settle in wherever is best for you today. Taking any micro adjustments. Wedging the hip with the prop if you need. And then bring your attention back to that breath. Inhaling deeply. Exhaling completely. If this feels really intense for you today, I want to really encourage you to use that breath to just notice the urge to come out of the pose or to fidget and move, but to discipline yourself to stay still here, to stay connected to that breath, using each exhale to help you move through the discomfort. When you're ready, go ahead and bring yourself out of this pose. We're just going to come onto our back. Now for a short rebound. Tuck those shoulder blades down and back. Allow those palms to face up toward the sky. And just feel the echo of the pose. Any tingling or buzzing through the hips, the quads, the back perhaps. Just noticing how this practice is beginning to affect the body, maybe even the mind. Good. From here, we're just going to lift up the legs here. We're going to bring the right knee over the left, and if you can, see if you can bring that foot around the ankle as well. But if not, that's totally fine. Let's bring our arms cactus up to the side. As you exhale, allow the legs to begin to fall to the left. So whichever leg is on the bottom, your legs are falling that direction. And look over your right shoulder, completing that twist with your gaze. Be sure that both shoulders are staying planted to the mat here, not lifting up. If they are, you can always place something under those knees to give a little extra support so that the twist isn't quite as deep. And we're going to hold this for 3 minutes on each side. So just enjoy this moment of stillness, this gentle compression of the spine and internal organs. Each inhale expanding through that belly, feeling that compression tighten a little bit. Each exhale, letting go, allowing the legs to become heavier. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, breathing in that resilience. Exhale, surrendering to this moment, surrendering to what is. have just over 1 more minute here. Stay present with that breath. Take 1 more inhale. As you exhale, gently begin to untwist the body. We're going to take it to the other side now. So bringing that left leg over the right. Again, bring that foot around the ankle as well if you can. Take an inhale. As you exhale, allow those legs to drop to the right this time. Looking over the left shoulder. Once again, just notice if the side feels any tighter or looser than the first side. And bring that breath back into the body, back into that spine with each inhale. Each exhale, softening to the resistance, surrendering to the pose. Allowing yourself to be fully here. Where you are is exactly where you need to be. We're halfway through our time on this side. I'm gonna leave you silence now to continue to go inward. Take 1 more inhale. Let it go. And untwist when you're ready. Just finding your way now into our final shavasana. Extending those legs. Gently tuck the shoulder blades down and back. And you can allow the arms to stay resting at the sides or perhaps overhead. Palms facing up wherever they are. Inhale deeply. Let out a sigh, feeling your body weight sink a little deeper against the mat. Inhale, relaxation, and let it go. Finding full surrender in this last resting pose. Finding a little bit more peace and stillness before moving on with the busyness of your day. Enjoying this moment. Take a scan through the body, noticing any changes that have occurred throughout the practice. Take one more deep inhale. Let out a sigh. Begin inviting some movement back into the fingers and toes. Maybe rocking the head side to side. Taking a final stretch of the body any way that feels right for you. And when you're ready, go ahead and turn onto your left side. And meet me seated for our final closing breath together. Taking one final scan through the body, just observing how you're feeling now. Noticing the rhythm of the heartbeat, the pace of your breath, the state of the mind. And with your next inhale, reach those arms up toward the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Just taking a moment to thank yourself for showing up to honor the mind and body in this way today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. If you enjoyed this class, would you please help me out by giving this video a thumbs up, as well as subscribing to my channel to help stay up to date with more classes. These are also free and easy ways to help me expand my reach, to help this channel be able to continue growing and serving others as well. I have a lot of different playlists listed on my channel, which you can find classes categorized by types. So I have yin yoga therapy, or more vinyasa-based classes, yin fusions, as well as meditations and yoga nidras, and much more. So feel free to check those out, find what speaks to you, and I hope to see you soon again. Have a great day. Namaste.